Hi, Tirtha. So we all joined, right? Okay. See, Tirtha is just saying that whether similar way data is getting stored or not. See, these are two different concepts: row-based database and columnar-based database. Okay. So actually, with this coming up, HANA is called also columnar database, right? And as we say that we have a key field over here and data is stored here. But what happened in column database? They actually take it up each this key field, right? This heading as a column. Then, okay, separate kind of thing, not something like this. Okay, similar example I'm talking about. Just focus on this. So for this GL, this let's say this amount and this is currency. So that's what columnar based database will do. Let's say this is the so if the query run on this GL, how much amount is there? Okay, so when if it is a columnar database, it will just come here. It's on base, but in background, actually, database logic is to relate also, right? So it has some logic also developed on a database level also, where it will keep a key pointer kind of things on this particular key fields GL and all. Okay, because when we design our in the front end, okay, when I take you through GUI and all, right? So table is similar in R3 as a design, and in database also similar design. And when we design our data table, it asks also whether you want to keep it as a column or we want to keep it as a row based. Okay, I will just come to that part just for our understanding. Just quickly understand that this key field they will keep it as a pointer, and on columnar database, if you fetch a query on amount, it will just come with that particular key and hit this particular column amount, and this will just get the total here, like 100 or 200. Okay, and give you 300. Okay, so on this column only, it will your query will run on this column basis on your GL, keeping it as a pointer for this amount and get you 300. Okay, but there is separate logic, separate way it is built up, right, in the database. It's not like it's in similar way. Okay, same database is not there, like similar way it is putting up, and we come and separate logic for fetching data. Okay, that's why it is saying OLTP and OLAP databases can be combined together in a HANA database. And in the similar in the single database, we can have both OLTP related or OLAP both. Okay. Hello, Tirtha, are you following me? Hello, guys.
So it's basically summary data. It's summarized data, means merged like instead of again doing it a summary, so directly it's summarized and coming directly.
Uh,
Am I right?
no, it's not summarized. You can't say like for here in columnar database, if you design, let's say one table is for transaction, daily transaction, right? This is how it is stored as a
Mm.
row, right? Row, it will be stored as like this, right? Coming together,
Mm.
tablets and all those rows like OLTP it is. And if we run amount on this GL account, then line by line, row by row, it will go and search. So it will go through like, let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5, 6 column row, and there are six. It has to run whole like 12 kind of tuplets. It will go, and then it will find
Mhm.
100, 200, and come out as a 300, right? If it is a
Yeah.
row based database and we are running query on that. But if it is a columnar database, our table has been stored in a columnar database way, right? So in that way, what
Mm.
will happen if we run a query on this GL, right, 1,000, but it will get separated like a column. It will get separated. Okay, and there
Okay.
basically one pointer is defined. We can define whether we want this table to be stored as a column or a columnar database, or whether we want to store it as a row database. Okay, I will just show you in the GUI and all when we create. So what happened, what I'm trying to say, like if we are running a query on columnar database table, then it will just hit the amount here, right? Once getting this GL,
Mm.
getting all point logic, database logic, it will just come to amount 100, 200, and it will give you 300. Okay, it will not go to
Mm.
every row here. It will not run through every row. Okay, so like it's a in this example, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So kind of 12 tuplets it has to go through, cells it has to go through, and then it will analyze on basic of your query that okay fine, I need to just get the amount here to 200, then sum it, then 300 will come. Here it will not go to other
Okay.
columns. It like if you run for GL account, so for this GL account taking pointer marking whether how they are linked to other columns, right? And for this GL account, let's say thousand kind of different. So it will have, let's say GL, we have, let's say 100 line here, and we have only 10 different fields, right?
Mm.
So for 100, so 10 different, so GL column will have only 10 data, okay, 10 GL,
Mm.
but amount will be having separate. It will not be consolidated, but there will be link for this. Let's say for 1,000, one link. Okay, how many amount for 1,000 is there? That will be linked. Okay, then for GL account 2,000, what rows are there? Okay, so when you run like GL account 2,000, it will come to 2,000. Then it will come to this column amount which you have asked, and run connected 2,000 GL account, whatever amount available, it will just hit that and give you that data. Okay, got my. So
Okay.
so
Yeah.
Tirtha, you're getting me right? Or
Yeah.
It's see, row based clearly understood.
yeah,
Uh, Not understood how columnar based database save in the system. You are explaining process how it will pick and how it summarize,
yes, yes,
but not able to relate. But it's okay. Let us not
yeah.
waste
Let us.
everyone.
Yeah, yeah. Right now it is.
Everyone,
Yes,
go
yes,
ahead, please.
yes. That's why. Let I will, when we go to give, when we create our some table, I will show you there. Okay, because we can define, we can say okay, we want this particular table to be stored as a column database. Okay, and I for set of the class, I will just come with more detail. Okay, Tirtha. Okay, as we go ahead, we will explain it. But right now it's
Yeah, yeah.
okay, fine. So okay, so this was whole about HANA database, and we have a quick discussion about row based and column based data, bring it out. Okay, so but I hope somehow this logic is making sense to this, right? How it fetched and how why it is called columnar database queries are faster, right? That's why Tiraj, you said BI was reporting and all those things, good reporting tool BI, because that was running on OLAP databases, and that's why it was able to fetch database somehow a quick analytical reporting, consultant reporting was able to give, right? BI and all.
Oh,
So, but HANA comes together having both OLTP and OLAP together in a single database. So that's why now we don't need to have different systems. Somehow, still are there, but they all run on CDS views. HANA, that is separate, we create. Okay, we will talk about that in coming parts. Basically too much of a development happens in HANA. Okay, so fine. So but anyway, process wise clear, right? Row based and column based, how they work, right? And why columnar database access somehow will be faster, right? So now coming to next part, here what I'm trying to explain you guys here, like as for HANA evaluation, how it happening, right? So in 2010, as we know that database comes up, right, in memory platform. So as Titha was mentioning, like BI and all those applications earlier, whether coming together. So what happened in 2010? Database come up with in-memory platform, faster, where OLTP, OLAP come together. Data is available in the in-memory so that it can be accessed faster. Now in 2012, what SAP did business warehouse, right, which was basically your data analytics reporting tool or application by SAP. So that was now powered by SAP HANA. Okay. So what happened in that case? If a customer is using HANA as a database, so there was no need of doing that OLTP, OLAP, ETL thing, right? In the same database, both information was there, and they can. So that's why it is called real-time analysis and real-time reporting possible, right? But that was only for business SAP BW. Then 2013, what happened? SAP has given option now that our business suites can. Like when I talk about business suite, it means like applications running like ERP software, like where they have clubbing of our finance and all those applications, sales related much, purchasing related applications, all are running together. Now SAP has given you an option that you can use your HANA database also, right? So again, as I told, best most important benefit of SAP HANA database, real-time data availability is there, right? So all those benefits comes in now from BW, which was an analytical reporting tool. From there, it comes to your ERP application, business suite also. Then what happened? But till now, there was no change in the SAP application logic, right? Just a database was changed, your data was available real time. So all those benefits coming together. But in 2014, SAP what do it do, like it has so many business applications run, right? So as we know that starting also in Art1 they did from for finance. Then again in 2014, as SAP HANA available, so they tried to innovate SAP finance application or in such a way that it can have uh, use the benefits of SAP HANA database. Okay, so they have changed the application right now. Application Simple Finance. So that's what it's called, Simple Finance. Earlier, they try to say that now we are making our finance applications or transactions which we are running simple. How? They said we will be having single source of truth. Okay, we will talk in detail about this single source of truth, what they call single source of truth, why they said there is a no in aggregates, and why they say that there is an instant financial insight. Okay, so let's understand why they say instant financial side, because real time data available, right? Why they say no aggregates? Because with the HANA database coming into picture, right? Uh, lot Because now we have in-memory data base concept coming up. Lot of if you are available a bit of database like data sets like SQL and Oracle he used. We used to have lot of index table. We used to have lot of aggregates table kind of things, right? We used to have normal tables also, right? So as aggregates let's make tell like Murthy was telling, like the table aggregates, like why we created aggregates, because table having consolidated or summarized data somewhere at some level, right? So that if you want some summary data we can access those tables, right? So we have lot of aggregates table. Again, copy of data was available, need to be done, right? If normal things are there. So that's why concept of uh, SAP HANA, it says no aggregates, single source of truth, instant functional site, right? Then they move to now, which we are learning, we say SAP S4 HANA. Okay. So there they say we have simplified data model. I will come to that, how simplified data model comes up. Then we have new user experience, they say. Then we have advanced processing. Then we have choice of deployment, and there is a multi-tenancy. Okay. So this how it evolves, and I have highlighted how what all point of benefits are there, right? Now we will go in detail on this. So as we go through here, okay, you can see I'm trying to say, highlight here that earlier from the database like core essentials database, right? Let's understand as more in a simple term. Let's understand how. Let me try to. Okay, so let's say we have uh, sorry, I will not make it much that. In simple term, let's understand. Let's say we have one sales table, okay, where we get all our transactional data as per date. Let's say for sales, we have some sales order created, okay. You understand the concept sales order from business terms, not in SAP.
Yes.
Okay. So then say sales order for which customer, okay, which customer has raised this, and for the amount, right? And even of course the material also we can say, but let's leave it, okay, for the amount which is there. So let's say for 27th, for some sales or some sales order 100 for customer A, we have some amount of 1,000 rupees, okay. And then again the sales order was open, we have not delivered for same customer A. On 28th, for under same sales order we have added some more amount of uh, let's say 500 rupees. Sorry guys for this whole thing. uh, okay, but if we want to run this report as we have rightly mentioned, right? So somehow SAP was, it was providing us, they were providing some table where, just for concept understanding, okay, we can aggregate this data, okay, for this let's say for customer, where customer wise, let's say for customer A, how much amount is sold, okay. So some kind of, these kind of aggregation table was available, which was standard also, and which can be let's say this is sales aggregate table, okay. Just understand the concept, okay guys. From tomorrow onwards we will be able to focus more. I am just trying to explain concept because as I come to know that very, you guys are like, Tirtha has somehow exposure, but no exposure to SAP, right? So I'm just trying to get the, you guys on, like, concept wise clear, right? What I'm trying to explain before opening the system and directly going there, okay. I know that will be more look easy, but if concepts are not clear we might get confused, okay. So A, for A, 1,000 here, so amount was 1,500, right? So when we need to fetch for customer A what aggregate was there for these two dates, let's say, or for the month running, so we can get, okay, fine, 1,500 amount sales order is there from, for customer A. So either two way there, either we should have this table there, and a normal table where data, transactional data pass is there, and we run our query which comes again and get 1,500 this accumulation and give us 1,500 reports. Or otherwise, what SAP did as a software, right? They have given the option of aggregate tables where these all things get summarized as in simple terms, get summarized. And if we run, we can run directly run on this table, our query on this table, and for customer we can get, okay, how much sales order amount is open, right? So two ways there, we can run query on this table also, and we can run table query on aggregate table also, right? Following me? Hello.
Mean to say it will create one more summary table, and
Yes.
from that it will pick reporting, is it?
Yes, and even in reporting, like if you're doing query, right? So you can do query on sales also, we can do query on aggregate table also. Understand, right?
Okay.
But in this, what was happening? We have
Hmm.
copy of data, right?
Right, right.
Anyway, this aggregate table is a waste for us, right? Though for query wise, for a user, he can run customer A, they can get from this table quickly. They can think of quickly, okay, 1,500 amount, right? Simple. They come to this aggregate table, and for customer A, they get the 1,500 amount. And if they are running for sales, so they might need to enter for this customer A, then it will go and accommodate. But I am just giving two line example, right? If there are thousand of line, 10,000, like that, right? So it will take time, right? So we come to aggregate table, and we get it quickly, okay, somehow some time improved. But on database level, what was happening, we have duplicacy of data kind of thing, right? Same information available here also, correct? And same information is here also, correct? Just for sake of having faster quickly or faster access to data or faster reporting, we need to maintain these kind of aggregate tables, okay. Because when data comes, they have 10,000 thousands of line items, right? So it like sometimes it takes time if query is not properly designed or key fields are not properly entered and all, right? It takes time. So that's why SAP allowed for aggregate tables. Then similar way, some many times we have index tables, right? What index table means, like that is totally database concept. We create an index, okay, the kind of temporary tables available which have faster access to database. So maybe for similar kind of data, we again have an index table available also. Okay, we will go to SAP GUI and we will understand this. But just for concept here, so again a duplicacy of data was there. Okay, but that's what I am trying to explain here in this slide here, that with coming of SAP HANA or S4 HANA, right? It's we try to SAP has tried to remove this complexity, that code essential to the core functions, core data table you take, like sales transaction you take there, okay, they should be in the system. But these all aggregates and index tables which are like for one table, for same sales, right? From same sales might be one aggregate table available for customer, then another one might be available for date sales order wise, right? If just think about that. Or if this customer is buying what, right? So that article, so one aggregate table you can design on basis of that particular article type, right? For this article, what happened? So that is kind of duplicacy of data only, right? So what S4 HANA with S4 HANA and HANA database using, they remove this aggregation and index table concept. Okay, and they are saying that sales transaction only, because we have in memory database available, we have there, and we have this new logic like columnar or row based logic design. So and they have in finance wise, they have designed a single source of truth table also, right, where all information will be available. And that particular table is called AC DOCA, Universal General, which I will talk separately. There will be a session on that. Okay, so it will make more sense this thing, but just understand for overall purpose, just understand this. Okay, now these all extra tables are removed with the coming up of S4 HANA and HANA thing, right? So this is complexity is removed. Okay, so this point clear? And this is the how it is. This is pure theoretical thing, how it will look like, because we can't see in the database like how it will be there, and we will not approach as a technical person like uh, so that's why I'm saying, see, understand here, before HANA came into picture, right? Okay, we have different financial FI documents created differently, and controlling document created differently. Okay, one one document, financial document get created for accounting purpose, and for management accounting one different CO document get created. Okay, and then as I was talking about index tables and all, so indices like what, GL we will create, right? So one for that purpose. Then we will be having vendor specific transactions and database whole. So that's what we call AP, account payable. Okay, for that purposes tables will be there. Then there will be for account receivables indices tables will be available. Okay, and then there will be aggregates for that, aggregates on basis of what, overhead management is there. Then as Tirtha was mentioning about COPA, like probability analysis. So for that aggregate tables will be there, PA tables will be available. Then there will be special ledger tables, special purpose ledger, some special like down payments, advance, all those purposes, right? For that guarantee made and all, some aggregates table will be available. Then so all aggregates, so these all tables were in picture, right? See, important is for what, FI and CO, these two tables are important, whatever entry is coming up. But then to segregate indices for GL based, we create one index tables wise, created module wise. Okay, and then aggregate tables we create, and then we get the reporting, and that too also limited one. Correct? Get this concept? But coming to HANA, what happened, FI and CO are combined together. Okay, how it is combined, that is I'm just mentioning here again. AC DOCA table is there, which is called Universal General also. Separate session will be, I will take on that to give you complete understanding. Okay, but just understand, we have now FICO document as a combined, right? So we have, and whatever kind of data we want to create from that particular combined document or table, we can create on the fly. On the fly means like as we need, as the query are designed. Similarly, HANA has that particular ability that uh, some views will be created, like virtual data HANA views will be created, and we can access those views as per our need, and reporting will be available. So what I'm trying to explain from that here, that whatever aggregate and index tables were there and unnecessary, now with S4 HANA, we have our core tables available, right? Transaction, sales transaction, okay, fine, they will be there. After that, no need of having separate aggregate and index tables in the database residing, taking your database space, which we try to access, increasing the complexities also, right? User may get confused. Sometimes they come and access this table, creating queries on this table, or and if they are aware, they will go to aggregate table and make the queries and all. But total overall is a complex logic building. They take times. Aggregate tables are not that easy because they club with so many tables and all, and they created, so access also to them is not that faster. Okay, though we get data, but access to them is not that fast. Okay, combined data is there, but access to them is not that fast. So that's why what happened, similar this core data table will be there, and on basis of that, whatever query we passed on, so as for HANA, logic, whatever build up is there, so much capable that it will create your information from those two tables, like sales table only. It will create whatever needed on the fly, and it will be reported to you, right? So what we saved extra uses, unnecessary uses of database, unnecessary tables here, creation of unnecessary tables, right? And our reporting also get flexible, right? So this unnecessary complexities get removed with use of HANA and S4 HANA, right? Now here I am trying to explain. So okay, fine. So till now we are clear, guys. I know
I
this.
have one doubt here.
Yes,
I
yes,
have
please.
one doubt.
Yes, tell.
This if we see earlier, FICO, HR,
Mm-hmm.
ST
Mm-hmm.
used to have different database, and there will be some linkage between these two. Like if from or this one logistics, there will be control accounts. It will come here. Then finance will post that entry, clearing account. So these kind of these things, it will not be there, is it? So it will start. So it will be one database, and if after if we finance post some entry, it go and update same table. Is that correct, or how it?
See, yes, Tirtha, I got your concept of the topic. When we say database, let's not take it as a, because see, if we talk about HR and all, HR is a separate module, right? Now we call HCM there, earlier success factor and all those things coming into picture, right? So there they have their separate databases and all. But if we talk about core business, right? Core business, right? Core business means where accounting, sales, purchasing, productions and all comes up, right? So that comes under a single business suite ERP, right? Okay.
Right, right.
And for, if we talk about like if you say like material thing, right? So whatever material management, we will talk about that. I will take you through integration of finance and controlling with and SD, right? Sales and purchasing. Okay, so how they are integrated, how our finance and controlling module is integrated with and SD, right? So as you guys have worked, as Tirtha has worked through as an end user, so he understand, okay, fine, how we data passed in FI and and all, right? But other guys who are working as a not in SAP and all, for them, like Chandra and Murthy, for Maruti, for you, it might be, uh, uh, surprise how data is passed, how data we are maintaining, right?
Mm.
So,
Yeah.
so but good point, data is coming up here. So as he said, like they will be having single database and all. So anyway, database earlier also, like we have like some OLTP MS SQL only to go. It in database we have tables, right? Again, specific tables are there which store data respect to our which module we are referring to, right? Finance will have their own set of data, right? For GL accounts, they have separate set of data. Sorry, tables are there for in. if you try to break finance account, right? Finance module, it will be having your GL accounting as a sub module. Okay, it will be having your account payable, it will be having your account receivables, then it will be having your asset accounting, then transactions happening, right? And then similar banking and as then controlling, coming to controlling, then there will be COPA as Tirtha is mentioning probability analysis that will be done, cost center accounting will be done, their profit center. So these all, when I talk about sub modules, they all will be having separate tables related to them. Okay, whether in R3 or now whether in HANA, right? But HANA, what is happening? Earlier, as I told that in finance, if we talk about the separate data module, if you're talking about, right? Sorry, application like HR, then he said like material management, then he said like sales and all. So different data, no, there was no different database. Similar database, they have different tables, okay, which get integrated if you want some finance report on basis of HR module, right? What payroll and all those things. So they have separate data there, and SCM comes up totally different. They have success factor, separate business process it is, right? So they are separate tools are used. Okay, so that is, these are totally different. Okay, that takes as a different module itself. Okay, HR, right?
Okay. Okay. I'll just add something here. See,
Mhm.
example, if we have HR module and finance module, both if we are having, if we configure, so how it will happen? So in HR module, all this computation and everything it will capture, and finally once everything done, you'll be pressing one button, and then only it will post entries in FICO model. Maybe I don't know too clear whether it is two
No,
different
no, you, no,
database
no,
or
you,
two
you, you are right. You are right. See, something process like that only, right? See, in HR, what happen? HR will hire some person, then salary and all those things will happen, right? Or some
different.
so what will happen, they will have their different, because they will have their different system. Okay, and they will enter their like employee IDs and all those things, right? They will enter their company wise, then whatever expense, whatever payroll and all those things will be there, right? And when they save, it will go to their specific HR tables, right? Will go, and they can generate reports and all on this. But if like from someone from accounting department want to fetch particular HR department expenses, payrolls, and all those things, right? How much we are expensing on payment, how much we are expensing on customer, let's say well-being, right? Employees' well-beings and all those things, right? Insurance and all those things, those kind of stuff, right? So in that case,
Right.
of course, there will be integration point, right? The integration between these two modules, because FI and CO is separate module and your HR is a separate thing, right? Module, and there is an integration point on that, right? We have some like, see, in finance, whatever is there, main thing is our GL account, right? Accounts, right?
Right.
Okay, so whatever business transaction happening in terms of accounting, they should help hit our GL accounts, right? So what we
Right.
do, somewhere in the system, we define our integration point to different modules between, like, let's say if you're talking about HR, so HR and FI will be defined, and we'll be having GL account defined for that. Okay. Let's say for this employer, for payment purpose, it will hit this GL account. Okay. Then for employees, tea, coffee, and all those things is coming up like under HR and all those things. So for miscellaneous activities, this GL account will have like, and then for HR, let they do some activities, right? So many HR activities happening, right? So for that, whatever expenses are coming up, so they will have that separate GL account for that, right? So all those kind of set of GL accounts will be there, which will be defined in finance, right? And they will be integrated. Okay, so when you are right, so when HR do something and if they save the database, so at the same time as we design, okay, as we design our configuration thing, customization thing we do, which I will talk later, right? So the so on that they will click that button, so it will save on the database also, and it might, and it will go to your finance accounting finance tables also, right? Okay, so, and if accounting department will want to see, they can fetch data from finance FI reporting they can do. Okay, and they can see, okay, fine, whatever expenses coming on HR department kind of things, right? We can have HR as a cost centers defined and all those things, and we can do reporting on that. So that is coming down the line thing. Okay, so we will go through that with also, right? But you are right, right? So that's how integration happens between different, because anyway, whatever happened, this accounting purpose, money, and all those things, that transaction, they should come into finance or controlling module, right? So business, every business has different business thing they do, right? Some are in the HRs and all those things, right? So they might not need and SD things, right? Some are in the purchasing and selling thing, right? So for that kind of integration or customization will be done, correct? So may I understand, like, you guys are from which background, like what your company's business processes basically is, right? Hello.
Myself, I worked in various. One is, I worked in retail, worked in manufacturing, so
Mhm.
almost, type of business. Even
Oh,
manufacturing, so I worked in all environments.
okay, fine, fine. Okay. Uh, Chandra and Marutik.
I work mostly in IT companies. Here, data is like depend on the news feed or
Okay,
clicks.
okay,
So our data is mostly done on SQL only. So there are different software. So they give us the data. So like that.
oh, no, okay. I was trying to understand from business process point of view, but anyway, okay, no problem. So,
Yeah.
so see what I will do, taking up, like when I will design customization and the computational things. So what I will do, I will take up our sales and purchasing processes, okay? So that we can relate also, and that is basically washed sales, purchasing, and all those things. So I will integrate those processes into FI, how entries are there, what tables are available. So that will surely help you, because when come to SAP point of view, these two modules easily get interacted. Other After that, so many other modules are there, right? But mainly business runs on these two, MM and SD, right? So I will take that as a business scenario, and when we do configuration, I will take that up. Okay. So anyway, so Tirtha, I think I was clear, right, about how these things happening, right? So now see here, SAP S4 HANA core line of business solutions here, right? So what I'm trying to explain here from here, like as Tirtha was saying, right, we have HR there, so many businesses are running, and how they get integrated with finance and all those things, right? So what I'm trying to show you here, that with S4 HANA, right, other than basic core module which are there, right, like sales, purchase, uh, production plannings, and if you are from production company, that production planning will be there, sales will be there, purchase will be there, core functionality, right, logistics will be taken care, and all those things. But other than that, if you are specific solutions are needed, right? So as like HR solutions you needed, right? So we have that also, associated here. Like I'm just trying to highlight this, like field glass, success factors are, as I told you, like SAP and non-SAP applications can be integrated together, right? So like let's say if you have someone has field glass as an HR solutions over there, which now has been Ariba and all, Concur and all, like they all has been acquired by SAP itself, and they all has been part of the SAP Digital Core now. Very specific, like some companies working to supply chain only, so they will can have that solution, right? Respective solutions. Someone working only with the manufacturing, they have no other work, doing no sales, nothing, like no product, only manufacturing they do, right? That business can be taken care with this particular submodule. They can uh, have a license for this, or they can have this particular module activated, right? The ones who only take care of asset management, right? A company, they have nothing else, they have this asset management thing, right? So like that I'm saying, like say someone from sales, they take or someone from services only, right? Like our IT companies, they basically provide services only, right? So if they want SAP to be implemented, they can have SAP S/4HANA service as a product implemented with them, right? Someone from business who has only marketing, so they can have this implemented, right? Someone who was doing only sourcing and procurement thing, right? So that's what I'm saying. Someone from R&D, okay, even this uh, oil and gas companies and all those things, right? So they have separate solutions available for them, right? So this all comes into SAP S/4HANA, the enterprise, we call enterprise management, right? Business suite, where we specific solutions to specific business can be given to a company, right? It's not like that they need to have all things done, right? Because S4 HANA take care, or as a business suite, as an application, take care of all business in the world which you are running, kind of business running, right? So all things are accommodated here. Some, but yeah, there can be things like, okay, fine, for some companies, some other third party, or some other like Oracle software might be working good for them, right? In finance wise, it uh, might be helpful to them, right? Like for your organization, you're saying that we are working on Tally itself, like accounting and all, it might be helpful for that organization, right? So if I'm not saying everybody is implementing S4 HANA SAP, because it's quite expensive also, and hardware and all those things, so it goes in crores. Of course, they should be having that much turnover and all those things, right? But yes, SAP has all this solution available. So like you be done when you are studying S4 HANA and all those things, so you should be aware of these things, right? Okay, fine. SAP is a full fledged enterprise solution software. Okay, fine. If you need it specific to one business course, that also can be given. If full fledged, that can also be given. Okay. So now I will move to next slide. Here, see what I'm trying to explain here, that with S4 HANA coming into picture, right? So how it is benefiting to see top management, right? So like let's say for VP of Finance, financial planning and analysis, so more, it's not like that earlier it was not there, right? But with S4 HANA, with more real-time availability, real-time node uh, uh, ambiguity among data and all those things. So these all things, like these people can have this kind of reporting available to them because they are users, right? So they can do these kind of report running. So these kind of modules interested. So this is just like, see why I'm keeping this slide here, because tomorrow when we are working as a, you guys will be working as an SAP consultant, right? So you should be understanding that if I am talking to VP of finance somewhere like, so what area they will be interested to know, right? What kind of reports or what kind of solutions they will be interested, right? And if you are talking to someone from accounting and financial closing heads, so what kind of reports or solutions they will be interested to, right? And someone, if you're talking from treasury and financial risk, right? So what kind of solutions or what kind of reports they will be looking into, right? So this that's why that's the sole purpose of keeping this slide here, that we should understand, right? Because as a consultant, when we go, right, we talk to different kind of business persons, correct? So you guys can relate with me here, right? Hello. Okay. So right, Maruti, you can relate here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's why this purpose is here, right? Which person, what they are looking to, right? So, so that's why I put this slide. And what I'm trying to explain here, like with S4 HANA, we have these kind of solutions available for these particular uh, person, right? If who are interested taking care of treasury and all, so these kind of solutions available for them. Okay. So Mr. Chandprakash, do time permit for scheduling next session, or shall we take it up tomorrow with more detail? Hello.
I'm okay with both.
Okay, Rika. Mr. Prakash?
Tomorrow with more detail.
Okay, okay. Okay, so then what we'll do, we will just wrap up here, okay? And
Okay.
Okay.
and tomorrow I will come, we will have these all things in more detail, and probably tomorrow we will go to check our breeze and Fury applications also, right?
Okay. Okay.
And this table and all, whatever we talk about, kind of tables and all, we will discuss all. So Tirtha, whatever he comes up, right? This columnar database and all those, how tables are designed and all. Our tables are similar and different, whatever. So we will come that thing. We will see in our SAP system tomorrow. Okay.
But I have one
Okay.
question.
Yeah.
Instead
Sure.
of using that function, we can just use Excel so that
Ah,
we
sure,
can
sure,
summarize
sure,
it.
sure, 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 sure. No, no problem.
Because you are finding difficult to draw there and putting
Ah,
numbers. So that and all you can just
yes, yes,
overcome
yes,
using it.
yes, yes. Okay, fine. I will come with the Excel. Okay.
Sure.
Yeah. Fine, guys. Then see you tomorrow. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Thank you for your time.